What up? What up? What up? What up? It's your boy. I say what up? What up? What up? What up? It's your boy. It's your boy Brandon, man. We back with another episode of the I'm Just Saying Podcast. Um, I know y'all can see me. It's kind of weird, right? I know. I am actually recording my face now. So I can actually upload on YouTube and of course, as always, all the podcast platforms and whatnot. It's different, because y'all know y'all see me on Instagram and whatnot, and that's it. And TikTok, of course. Um, this is different. This is different. I'm excited. You can see it all over my face. I am actually liking the fact that I can record my face and actually still record on a podcast. So I hope y'all enjoy this. I hope I look good. You know what I'm saying? I gotta gotta put the clothing line out, you know what I'm saying? Say live V. This is actually one of the new hoodies that I'm gonna put out, even though it's starting to get warm. I hope y'all still enjoy it either way. But I'll tell you more about that later. So I know I've been gone for a while. So this is actually what I've been working on. So now I've been working on trying to find different avenues to put my face out there and try to make a better avenue for myself. Like I just feel like things have changed over the last couple months, and I'm here. I'm back with it. I'm holding my microphone. I still got to get the stand and stuff. I got so much to do. I'm glad y'all rocking with me though. Just stay with me. Everything's gonna be where it's supposed to be at. Just everything has been going well. Like life has been lifing, but in a good way though. You know what I mean? Like we never talk about all the positive things that good things that can happen. Um, Life is just a beautiful thing. I've been patient, taking my time with things, especially in the dating world. Like dating just it comes and goes. And I just want to talk to y'all more about those. And it's funny because like it kind of ties into those things. So something that I think all of us already know how to do, but I think we should just talk about it just in case some people don't know how to do it. And today's title is, as you see it scroll, yo, that is actually dope too, because you can see it right there scrolling across the bottom of the screen. So we're talking about solo dates. So um solo dates are important, and I believe the fact that sometimes I think we just do them. We don't even call it a date. We just call ourselves just doing some self healing or just going out and doing something that we enjoy to do. But we don't really put it a title against it and or towards it. And I think that's probably why. I think solo dates are dope, actually. I think I've been doing it for so long. And like I said, I never really paid attention to it. I'm a person that loves to go to the movies by themselves, right? But it's normal. Some people do it all the time, but it's actually still considered a date. Because if you would take somebody else, I guess we could describe it as like, um, if somebody else was to do, or if you were supposed to take somebody else out with, and you would do the same activity, then and you would do it by yourself, that's a solo date. So going to the movies, going to get some food, something like that, you know what I mean? So um I hope this is resonating as we go. You know what, let me do. And then it's funny because now that I have the actual space to do these things, let's see, because I like to do it live, right? So let's see what Google says what a solo date is. Even Google's so dope, it gives you those options to figure out like what's a solo date idea. So we'll actually talk about that too in a little bit. So what is, let me type it out one hand shouty. What is a solo date? From Google, a solo date is an intentional activity that you do alone, especially treating yourself to do a planned outing when you focus on your own employment. Damn, I'm reading. Is it two different things? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just reading. I'm a fifth grade reading level. Nah, I'm just no, it says to focus on your own enjoyment and company rather than spending time with someone else. It's a way to prioritize self-care and self-discovery by engaging in activities you like without needing a partner present. Yo, hey, I don't know if y'all noticed though, right? Yeah, Google, um, Google's Gemini, right? Like it's just been pretty lit. Like ever since it started coming out, and then we can actually started Google searching. The Google searches have been so much better. Like, and it's like, and they're more like, personable. Like I feel like it's just a lot better. But that's what a solo date is. It's an intentional activity that you do alone, especially treating yourself to a planned outing where you focus on your enjoyment and company rather than spending time with someone else. In the short term, basically what I just said, like literally, and doing something that you enjoy to do. So, like to think about what a solo date actually is. It could like it really just depends on the person. Honestly, it just really depends on what you feel like, something that you would like to do, and something that you feel like will be pretty good for you to do and try. I think a lot of people should go on solo dates. And I'm a movie guy, so I'm gonna go to the movies mostly, but I'm considering myself a little foodie now. You know what I mean? Now that I've been in Dallas, I've been trying a lot of different foods. I'm even, I was in my little Korean barbecue phase when I first got here. Korean barbecue is fire if you haven't tried it. So something that, and it's kind of interesting if you do go do that by yourself, because it's like it depends on what kind of Korean barbecue place you would go to. Some of them cook for you, some of them you got to cook yourself. So whatever you feel like doing. I mean, like most people probably be like, damn, if I'm gonna cook myself, I might as well stay home. Makes sense. It does. But solo dates is legit, man. Like it's healing. Like especially if you let's say for instance you're going through something, family or something like that, or um something with a relationship or something like that. It's a beautiful thing to go back and do that, and try that, actually, because I mean, like I said, all of us have done it before. I'm sure we've all taken ourselves to the mall or went grocery shopping, little things like that, and those are considered little mini dates, but with yourself. But actually, I think what separates the two is, something that just running, it's considered like running an errand, like grocery shopping, right? Going to the mall to pick up something that you like. But that's still considers itself to be a solo date, but we just don't think of it like that. So now when we actually put the connotation of what is a solo date and how does it look, um think of it like this. It's like you actually get up and put some shit on. Like you can put that shit on. Get on, get up, brush your teeth, wash your ass, and actually put some clothes on, put some shit on, some presentable stuff to look good. And I mean, some people might do that on the regular and don't even think of it. So you already ahead of the game. For the people that are struggling with this is what you would do. You would go ahead and get some, something that you probably wouldn't put on unless you was going out or going to, something like that. You're planning it ahead. So that's what Google is even saying. Like you are planning this shit ahead. And that's okay. Like it's okay for it to, be that way. You know what I mean? Like it's okay for you to be able to just do whatever that makes you feel good. And I think that's the most important thing about the solo date. Like why do we even want to do it in the first place? Sometimes you just be in a funk, man. Something might have happened, anything, relationship, work, family, somebody pissed you off. Don't piss me off, something like, something that actually got to your skin, and you need to do something a little healing, a little something, little retail therapy or something like that. It's usually probably the goal, you know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still. It's so weird, man. I'm sorry. I got to pause it for a second. Like, it's so weird, man. Looking at myself while I'm doing this. So please bear with me. So, and it's cool to be the first time to do this, man. So it's only gonna get better from here. I've been waiting for years to do this, so it's funny for the voice. A lot of people are scared to even do this, and I got to talk to a lot of people and like kind of school them, like, yo, just record. And a lot of people just be, nah, man, I don't think that's for me. So, and the shit, looking at myself from like 5 years ago, I couldn't do this shit either. So I'm proud of myself. So yeah, I thought I need to get me a little stream deck again, something like that, so I could applaud myself and stuff like that. Those little sounds in there and whatnot. But this is the beginning, man. And when we talk about something like the beginning, we can always come back to thinking about, like, okay, do something for yourself, like a solo date. So Why are solo dates important? I kind of touched on it a little earlier. I think they're really important because I think it's something about doing something for yourself that is healing. And I think a lot of people forget what that looks like. And why not take yourself out and pamper yourself and do something? It could be anything, going to a spa, like, thinking a lot of girls do, go get their nails done and stuff like that, spa stuff, go get their hair done, go get their lashes done. And things like that, something that you love to do. For the fellas, you might hit the gym, get right, you know what I'm saying? So the gym is kind of like healing for anybody, period. But for us, I would say, like, guys need to get in the mix of doing that too, like going out. You don't really need your boys to actually go out and get a drink, saying you can. And I think we're, as I hate to say it, ladies, but we are more, guys are more comfortable, us guys are more comfortable doing this more than y'all. I get it though, because we all need to be more safe when you go out. I want to put that out there for y'all ladies though. You definitely want to be in a situation where you definitely don't want to be in a situation where you got to defend yourself because you out solo. But you know what I'm saying? So I would say, I was talking to my homegirl Nelia about it the other day. I was like, and she kind of has that, that nervousness of doing it too. So I had to try to encourage her, like, yo, you don't gotta, you don't gotta stay out till 12. You could go out between 6 and 9 and you get your ass home by 10. You know what I mean? Anything can happen at any time. We know that. But most shit happens later in the nighttime when niggas is drunk and riling. So I just want to make sure we know that, before we, you know, take that energy and before you start going out. But ladies, we want to make sure you always are protected and feel like you're secure whenever you go out somewhere. So I want to throw that energy out there, spread that type of love. But definitely get more comfortable doing it. Like, it's just important, like, to have a peace of mind when you're doing something. So the more you do it, the more practice, the more perfect it gets, right? So I don't know, maybe I'm just tweaking. But nah, I think it's important though. Like, I think it's a very, it's a gift almost, like, to be able to just be in your own company without having to double think, is this person feeling me? Like, how dates can be, and I think that's one of the biggest things that we can look into. Like, damn, how we in a date situation and we got to figure out if the person like you, is the person having a good time, or am I going to see you again? Like, stuff like that that we even got to worry about on a solo date. Solo date, we just focusing on myself or yourself, like doing the things that you want to do. And that's the beautiful thing about it. That's what makes it most important, because, like, you could be healing from something like we talked about earlier, and it's important for you to have a peace of mind, something that gets you through. um so let me see another key point Google says that I agree with. It says, to spend quality time with yourself, explore your interests, and practice self-love. I made a reel on a TikTok the other day talking about self-love, right? And in it, before you could love anybody else, you have to love yourself. And we know that, right? I don't really got to go into too much depth about that, but I just realized the more that I'm dating, it's important for the people that you are interested in to know that they are self-loving themselves. So even though you might want to go on a date with somebody, you might want to ask them when you first start dating them, like, do you do solo dates? Do you take yourself out and enjoy your company? Some people are really selfless, right? And so selfless that they forget to take care of themselves. And that's the people we need to be checking on. Like, hey, you do so much for me, but what are you doing for yourself? What do you actually take? I mean, yeah, you might, go get yourself some food, but are you really, like, dating yourself? Are you enjoying yourself and enjoying your own company? That's where the real comes in my opinion. You know, like, can you take yourself out and enjoy your company? Can you sit at home with no TV on, no music on, nobody blowing your line up? Can you sit in your own thoughts? And that's one of the things that I think about. And those are the things that I question when I go on dates. I'd be like, hey, do you love yourself? Like, I know it sounds crazy, but if you know, you know. If you know, you know. It's a crazy concept. But at the end of the day, Are you loving yourself? Because you can't love me if you don't love yourself, baby. You feel me? I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I know. I just, but it's validity in that. And I think one of those things that is the hardest for us is trying to put that love that we lost from somebody else back into us. When we lose that, I'm trying my best to do something right for somebody that I care about, and then you don't get that reciprocation back, it hurts. It hurts. So, but you got to find a way to put that love back into yourself. You got to do what's right for you. It's funny, I got a point now, like, you got to do what's right for you. Nah, but it's a fact though. You really got to put the energy and effort into yourself. That's what real love is. Real love is you loving on you, putting yourself first, putting that energy in, doing the things that make a difference, all of that. So, why are solo dates important? Because you get to do that. Simply as that. You get to put that energy into yourself and actually just care for you. You know what I mean? Like, the things that you look, think of it like that. If it's hard for you to do solo dates, I'm gonna give you some ideas, of course. I kind of did earlier, so I'm gonna just come back around and touch on those a little bit more. Um, think about it like this: like, the things that you would do for somebody else, are you doing it for you too? You know what I mean? If you buying somebody else a gift, make sure you get yourself one too. You earned it. You work hard for your money. You work hard to put in the energy into somebody else, which it don't even got to be a relationship type thing. It can always be, a family member, a friend, something like that. Did you put that energy into yourself? Answer that question. And that's the real deal breaker right there. So you kind of understand, like, things will start to change a little bit more when you start to realize the things that you're doing for yourself. And I think it's important too, when it comes to dating in general, that if you put the energy into yourself, when you realize that the difference between somebody doing it for you and somebody not. So when somebody that you were dating doesn't put that reciprocation or put that energy in, now you can fall back. You're like, well, I can do it myself. I mean, honestly, if you don't want to be here, I can see that. And I can go ahead and start doing those things myself, but it takes time. If you haven't done that work, that shadow work and all that, healing and whatnot, if you haven't done that before, been through something like that before, this is a good time to start doing it. Like, start doing these dates and taking yourself out and loving on yourself. Like, I think we just forget that sometimes. I think we really do. We really just forget how to love on ourselves and be there for ourselves, stand up for ourselves when something doesn't work out, or we feel like we getting love bombed, or when we getting disrespected, stuff like that. We kind of care about people so much that we let shit fly. And sometimes I'm all about giving grace, don't get me wrong. I'm all about giving grace and being there for somebody and helping them out in their time of need. But at the same time, I'm not going to let disrespect, or I'm not going to stand my ground, because some people can really take advantage of you. Some people are manipulative. Some people are narcissistic. Narcissistic. There we go. Y'all know what I mean. But like, it's some people have that negative and evil energy sometimes, and all you could do is just wish them well. You know what I mean? So stand on your ground, and when you start doing this solo date stuff, like actually putting the energy into dating yourself first before you start dating others, you build a type of swagger about yourself. You get a vibe, like you become a vibe, like on your own, and that energy people can't deny that energy. And that's the beauty. That's funny as hell, right? It's real funny. Like, people really cannot dog like understand that energy. It's like you walk into a room and everybody just stare, like, damn, that nigga about that action. Like, you could tell, you could feel that aura. That's what it is, that aura. Like, when people see you, and I'm just saying, like, this is after a couple of months of you doing this. And like I said, and don't get me wrong, you can actually still date somebody and be in a relationship with somebody and still solo date. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, you didn't think about that, did you? You think because every time you go out somewhere, you got to be with your partner? Nah, nah. I think there's a happy balance between being with somebody and being by yourself. Both cups need to be full, or at least more than half full, at least some type of balance. All relationships need it. Whether we think about it or not, like, oh, I know we were going out later tonight, but I took myself to the movies earlier today. Something like that. That's a good scenario. That's a good part that you will want to have, and type of energy you will want to have with somebody that you're dating. It's a given. It's just something that we need as human beings, men and women. And sometimes some people's I guess love language is quality time, and that's perfectly fine. I'm one of those people. I love quality time. Physical touch isn't really my thing, but I'm starting to learn more about it. Like, I like it a little bit, but it's not my thing. So quality time and gift giving, those type of love languages, I see that people really need to understand quality time ain't always going to be all the time, if that makes sense. But I digress. I just think that if we put the time in to love ourselves more, we become better people, especially for us and the people around us. I might be talking outside of my ass. I don't know. Y'all let me know. But I honestly feel if we love ourselves a little bit more and start taking these solo dates a little bit more seriously, we build a new confidence for ourselves. We build a new swagger, a new vibe. Not an arrogant vibe. It's just a more self-confident vibe. You know what I mean? Like something, and self-conscious, because you start to realize that the things that you used to do, you might not like them anymore. You kind of grow and evolve into a new person. And it's funny, like I'm talking about just solo dates, but it's important that we do talk about these things because it's fucking needed. We need this shit. Insanely needed. I feel like, now that I look back in the past, solo dates really got me through some shit. You know what I mean? Like just being in my own person and just being me, be by myself, and collect my thoughts, and being able to either cry or laugh, joke by myself, talk to myself, talk to my inner child and shit like that. The stuff that people always talk about. And that's the healing part of it. And I think that is probably, in my opinion, the most important thing. These type of things, these self-healing tools, solo dating tools, that should be healing, bro. It'd be really healing. I remember going through a breakup, and me and my ex, we would go to the movies a lot. I mean, yeah, we were both big movie heads. Of course, I'm a movie head, but we used to do that shit a lot. And then that was something that I felt like I couldn't do for a while, because I was like, damn, it made me think about her. But I got over that shit, because I was like, man, I love movies. I'm not about to stop doing what I love because I'm not with that person anymore. No shade to them. It's just what it is. That type of pain, you just can't sometimes you gotta let shit go, so you can continue to do the things that you love to do. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know. But you know, talking about the importance, like doing other things, like getting back into, like, I'm a big soccer fan too, just watching sports and shit, like doing things, that going outside to play some of these sports and shit, like just getting outside to touch grass, my nigga, like you know what I mean? Like just be able to touch grass. Stop, get your ass out the house. My homeboys used to tell me that shit all the time when I was going through it. And I was just nervous to go out and see the world again. And like it was funny. It was actually funny to think about that, like how much I've grown since then. And I mean, of course, you have 5 stages of grieving. You know what I mean? Like I was just going through my grieving process. You know what I mean? And I've always said it, and y'all, you're gonna hear me say it more times. Like when you lose somebody, it's like a death. And people starting to understand it more and more. I said this shit like maybe 3 years ago, and everybody's starting to understand like that concept. And we need to talk about it more. And I'm here for that conversation. But and this is past, past trauma. You know what I mean? Like, or post trauma, I should say. Like when you go out and start doing solo dates, like I say, you start to build your confidence. And I think that confidence can get better into the dating side of things. Like you start to know who you are. That's why this is important. You start to realize and figure out who you really are at the end of the day. It helps you to figure out like, oh, you know what? I'm actually him. Like, or her, whatever you decide, like you might actually decide that, what, I've been doing better. I'm better off doing what I do now, you know, and I think those are the things that really like shape us into who we are. And I honestly feel like I learned a lot in the last 6 to 7 years. Like I'm really becoming somebody that I love. Well, let me back up. I always love myself, but I, I'm so in love with myself, man. It's just crazy. You know what I mean? Like, of course, I want to be married. Of course, I want to have kids. I can't even get to that point if I ain't loving on me first. You hear me? I'm gonna love on me. B Mac gonna love on him for sure. For sure, you're right on. And I think those are one of the things that we forget sometimes when we fall in love with people. When we fall in love with others, we tend to forget how to fall in love with ourselves as well. And I think if we put that energy into ourselves first before we cross over into that dating world, we might be better off and become better people. Who knows? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. But to my last point, what are good places to have solo dates? Well, let me find out what Google thinks as well before I say what I think. And then, like you said, man, I'm just Googling for fun, honestly. It's not all the be all. Um Solo date. What are good solo date ideas? Hmm. Okay. I like these. So Google even says some good solo ideas should be free ideas too, right? I agree with that because you don't want to spend a lot of money on yourself. Sometimes that's we kind of get frugal with ourselves sometimes, which we shouldn't. Another problem. Before I get into the places, I'm gonna get into the ideas. So I thought about this too. So like a free museum idea. And I remember when I first got here, I wanted to check out the aquarium, right, in Dallas. And that shit was cool. That was cool. I had a good time. It is weird though, because you really don't have time. Like you don't have anybody to interact with when you're looking at one of the, I was watching like a shark fly through and like the little inner tube shit. I think Atlanta has the biggest aquarium in the States or some shit like that. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But Dallas has something similar to what that one in Atlanta looks like. That little shit where you just walk into the little tunnel and all the water and shit right there. So yeah, like I think taking yourself to a museum is legit. Like there's a House of Illusions here, some shit like that. That shit was pretty cool. I've been there before. um yeah, like something slight like a museum. Like I mean, most museums ain't really that free, but it's hey, shit, like $20, something not that bad, um you know what, and this one right here, I like this idea. I never done it, but I think I might fuck around and do it. Google says cookery classes, like cook and bake classes. That's actually pretty dope. Let me elaborate on that. Let me see what they got up out here. So yeah, some cooking classes. They say indoor picnics, like take yourself on a picnic, go for my biggest one, go for dinner. Bookstores, going to the beach by yourself is cool. Spa, movie marathon. Like shit, you can watch shit. I might fuck around and do John Wick this weekend. You hear me? I ain't watch all of the John Wicks, but I might just do something crazy. You feel? Make sure my mic chill. So yeah, I think those are the best ones you can do. But let me see what else they got. I wouldn't garden. That's not my thing. Um, a pottery class, something like that. Or fuck shit. A lot of people fuck around with the painting sips. That's a good thing too. A festival. Now that one is going to test your courage. So Dallas and has a state fair. Most states really have a state fair depending on your respective city. But going to the state fair by yourself, hey, you graduated at that point. If you can go into a large crowd by yourself and not know nobody and make friends, oh, you that nigga. So I encourage you to try that out. I haven't done it. I got a couple friends that I went with this year, but this past year, whatnot. But yeah, shit, going to the like a fair or a festival and just get turned up. Like, man, back in Virginia, we had this thing called Something in the Water, and I don't know if it's coming back. I've been hearing that it's not. I don't know yet, but I'm gonna definitely come home next year or this year if it comes back or whenever it does come back. But those are some cool ass ideas. What I mean, some cool little. Oh, let me slide out to the aquarium real quick. Let me slide out, to the planetarium, some shit like that. Catch a vibe. Just enjoy your day. So to do a solo date, I didn't mention that, but to do the solo date, you should plan ahead. You know what I mean? Go ahead and schedule your whole day out. Okay, 8 o'clock. I'm gonna get, I'm gonna stretch, do my yoga, breathing exercises, pray. As soon as you wake up, whatever you like to do. And then, I'm gonna go get some breakfast. Go take yourself to a brunch little spot, like something slight, something chill. And we Dallas don't take their brunches lightly out here. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be some people outside. So you're gonna go there by yourself and enjoy your vibe. That I'm kind of just walking you through it, just walking you through what I would probably do, and which I'm planning on doing as well, because I need one in my life right now. It's been a while since I took myself to a whole day solo date. I've been taking myself to solo dates for a long time, and I kind of like want to switch it up. I might fuck around, go to a museum. You never know. But I would take myself to brunch, give me some pancakes, some waffles, some eggs, something like that. And then go to the museum or something like that. Go do a slight activity, walk in the park or something. Walking is healing too. If you didn't notice, everybody should be walking at this point in life. Like, walking is just like touching grass, man. Just actually feeling the environment, and it's so healing, it's so relaxing. Like, I can't even lie to you. Then probably at that point I'm hungry again because I'm a big boy. I'm gonna probably go get something to eat again. I'm gonna take myself to a nice little taco bar, a little street food. Hopefully wherever area I'm in, there's some food trucks, because man, I don't think there's any better food like scenario than a food truck. The food trucks just never miss. I never went. Let me know, y'all. Have you ever been to a food truck and it miss? Let me know, because I never been to a food truck and that shit was garbage. Like, I mean, there might be some food that was like, oh, this shit was in it. I could probably get something else. But every food truck because you can't miss. Like, it's like it's like Russian roulette. Like, you can't, like, I mean, well, not maybe Russian roulette because you don't know what the answer is, but like, you kind of can guess, like, oh, this shit look like it's gonna slap. Look at the line. Sometimes you could just peep the seam, like, damn, that food smell good. Like, I know this about to hit. I ain't never had food that smell good but tastes like trash. Now, usually it's the opposite. Usually it don't look like it don't look like it's some shit, but but it tastes fire, and like, something like that. But like, food trucks, like, I might go to a food truck and just pop up and then just kick it. You know what I mean? Give me like 3 street tacos or something like that. And then, then probably come home, take a little break, clean up, straighten up the crib and whatnot. And then take a little break, get a little nap in. Hey, sleep is a beautiful thing when you get to 30. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. If you know it, if you know, you know. Hey, listen, man. Like, sleep is a beautiful thing when you got a time and you can take it in the middle of the day. So boom. And then at night, I might, a couple different things. I like hookah. I like good music, live music. So I'm gonna find something with good food, and then I'm gonna take me another shower, get fly, put that shit on like I usually do. You know what I do. Y'all know what I do. Stop playing with me. So I'm gonna put that thing, I'm gonna put that shit on, and then I'm gonna go to a nice little spot that got a nice little dinner. Not too much. I ain't gonna break the pockets. I ain't talking about no STK or nothing like that. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. You can go to SDK, just not me. But I might go, I might find some Dallas spot around the way that, Korean barbecue, something smooth, something with a nice ambiance, you know, something like something legit, something slight, you know, and then I'm gonna enjoy my time. But yeah, I think that is a perfect solo date. What y'all think? Let me know. I think it's just something that we need to practice. You know what I mean? I think it's just something that we need to do and put the time and effort in. Um, so let me know what y'all think. And then so some good places to let me come back a little bit, reiterate what I was saying earlier. So, what are good places that have solo dates? Movies. Going to the movies is top 5 for me. Not in any particular order. So we got movies, a nice dinner, like a nice spot in a nice little area, like the little downtown district in any of your areas. Perfect. Like it doesn't matter what restaurant you go to, just something to get you, oh, okay, I'm treating myself. Like it's not no hey, we've been here before, right? So let me just stop right quick. There's nothing wrong with Chili's. There's nothing wrong with Applebee's. You can take yourself to that and enjoy yourself. They still got some fire food. We grew up on that shit, and I remember like when we were growing up, that was the spot to take a girl on the first date. And nowadays, it's not really that fly because we older now. We got a little bit more money in our pockets now, which is great. But hey, I lie to you not. Chili's is still the shit. So don't even trip. And if y'all hating in the comments, that's on y'all. Like, I don't even care. You know what I mean? But I would say a nicer spot that's above that, because like something that you wouldn't try something new. Go to a spot you've never been to. I thought Korean barbecue in there because a lot of people haven't even had that before. And I was one of those people. Now that I've had it, I'm hooked. You know what I'm saying? I love me some bulgogi. Yeah. Have you ever had bulgogi before? Yeah. Go ahead, take your ass to Korean barbecue and come back and talk to me afterwards. Let me know how you like it. But oh shit, and I didn't even see it. And Google says another thing, a good solo date idea is just taking a drive. And some people love to have their partner with them in the drive, but you know me very, very well. I'm a late night drive kind of nigga. I'm gonna take me a late night drive to clear my mind after a long day after work, 12 a.m. Probably. Let me elaborate. I know y'all be wondering where I'll be going. I don't be going nowhere. I just be driving around the corner real quick or something, or I'm going to the gas station to get a snack. I ain't even going nowhere for real. I'm probably going to get some food. That's for sure. Also late shit. I'm like, damn, I'm hungry. Like, but hey, that's me. That's me. But yeah, I think taking a drive is good too. Like take a late night drive. Not you could do it early morning if you want to watch the sunrise and all that, this and that, but nothing compares to a late night drive. 75 degrees, it's a nice breeze outside, and you just taking a smooth drive around the block, going to another city you ain't never been to, riding smooth and driving slow, you know what I mean, enjoying the weather. That is a hell of a solo date, I tell you that. And like I said, I solo date all the time. And I never really thought about it till just right now. That taking a drive is considered a solo date. I love it. So, what do y'all think? I'm This is my first time recording. So, my first time recording my face at the same time as me doing the podcast. So I love this shit. Like it's been fun. I don't want to keep talking y'all head off about solo dates. Just keep doing it. Just do it. Just get your ass up on a Saturday morning and enjoy your day. Whatever you do, whatever you feel like is something that you will want to do and you would love to do, just go ahead and do it. Don't matter if you're in a relationship or single. This is for everybody that just needs to have a balance to find love within themselves. Do whatever it takes. We happy that you here, you know. Get your peace of mind back. So whatever's stressing you out, take your peace of mind back. Fuck it. Throw that shit out. You ain't no need for it. So let me know what y'all think about solo dates. Are you taking solo dates? That's the question. Like, I mean, it's funny, like, cause I could edit this shit like right now. Like, I love this shit. Hold up. Are you taking? Oh, not taking. Going on solo dates. Are you going on solo dates? Boom. Ad banner. I love this. Hey, I'm gonna have some fun with this. Are you going on solo dates? Answer that for me in the comments. Let me know. And then also let me know what type of solo dates you taking out there. Let me know. I'm here. I'm here. I can't wait to see what y'all think. Or like, is this something new to you? Like, is solo dates new to you, or is it something you've been doing? Like, Brandon, shut your ass up. I think I've been doing this. Where you been at? Let me know. I want to hear everybody's comments. I'm calling to action. I want to hear what y'all think, man. I want to see what y'all feeling. Let me know. I need it. I need all the information possible to keep this going. I love this. And as always, I'm thankful. Thank you for even listening to me. Thank you for even showing some love back to me, even if it's positive or negative. I thank you, because it's like it's been like 5 years, and I've been doing this for 5 years, and it's crazy how it got to this point. And I'm thankful, and I'm thankful for the platform. I'm thankful for everybody that's just taking a minute just to listen to me just talk about some shit. You know what I mean? And I appreciate y'all just commenting and writing to me, let me know what you feel about the episode. I appreciate all of that. Don't get it twisted. I'm listening to everything. I'm taking the feedback, negative or positive, and we keeping it rocking. It's your boy Brandon, man. I love y'all, man. Thank you for listening to me. It's your boy Brandon, and this is another episode of the I'm Just Sayin Podcast. Hey, man, listen, peace, man.